trees that we planted, they have grown so big right now. Oh my God. But that's it. I really struggle to find my house. Although I see the village, I see some houses, like ruins, or the basements of foundations of houses, but I couldn't find mine because they were ruins. There are no streets. But I somehow managed to find the school. School was like there was a 5-minute long walk to my house from school, and there was no other houses except mine. Everything was like destroyed. So that's how I found it. Yeah, there is nothing.
So after I know that you are aware a bit about current situation on the territory, how are your expectations and the real situation about the fate of the village differ? I mean, or did you have any expectations, maybe your family when you left the village? How it's gonna be?
You mean, did I expect anything to change?
Yeah, maybe opening of the borderline, changing it in the more positive way.
Well, actually, if it could change, nobody would have moved. So I don't think so. Like, we didn't expect anything because we moved away. We wouldn't move if we had like chances or some hope for something. Else about actually I don't know what was going on there back then, because I didn't even realize. I mean, when you are studying in a neighboring city, when you are not at home, when you are like 13, you are not engaged in decision making. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, we should take into account that you are just 13.
Yes, of
course. Okay. What are the thoughts of other villagers about differences of living in Amangildi in Kazakhstan? I know we touched this topic before, so we can just keep it if you don't have anything to it.
You mean other city dwellers on?
Yeah, I mean living in Kazakhstan, living in Amangildi, how it differs.
Actually, everyone, as I've said before, everything has like the positive memories of the village. I have such memory because we lived very well, but about others, I think they have the same opinion, because I don't know, village existed for more than 50 years. Wow. So everything was like structured. You know everyone. You are not gonna like starve or die there. You have your community, and as I've mentioned before, it's like the kinship. People, people. That's very important when you live in a village, because some people didn't have even jobs, but they lived somehow. They had like sheep, cattle, or they had lands where they would grow something once a year, of course in summer. So everything, they think positive too, I think, because everything was like accessible, known, and comfortable, because you live in the system from your birth, so you get used to it. That there was a system actually.
Yeah, I see the picture that you had a very systematic and very unique in terms of geography and cultural community.
Yeah.
I mean, you were different.
Oh, really?
Not in a bad way. I mean,
okay.
Only in a good way. I mean, you perceived two cultures, both Kazakh and Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Uzbek culture.
Yeah, however, I never interacted with them. Well, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts how this situation could be solved without any harm to the villagers or to the village?
Back then?
Yeah, without this set
migration.
Migration.
Without this migration, wow. Actually, I guess if people moved so fast, I mean, within a year, the whole village moved. Not only our village, but neighboring villages too. So I guess they never planned to be bound to Uzbekistan. Everyone was waiting for something. Actually, everyone was expecting us to be a part of Kazakhstan. One day. Well, we didn't know. It became clear only in 2010 when the limitation was over. So, but we were not on the side that we wanted to be. So I mean, everyone was talking about we will collect signatures and then Kazakhstan will take us, something like that, because Kazakhstani citizens are living. But if ideally if the village went to Kazakhstani side, became a part of Kazakhstan, nobody would have moved. They would have, I don't know, because nobody planned to stay there forever. I mean, in terms of in Uzbekistan, I mean. For example, my parents, my aunts, my uncles, everyone studied in Uzbekistan, in Tashkent, Gulistan. There were exceptions who studied. Some of them studied in Shymkent, Almaty, and Kokshetau, Karaganda, but mostly they studied in Tashkent, in Gulistan, and Samarkand. But my generation, the generation before me, for example, starting from children who were born after 88, for example, they were already studying in Almaty, and Almaty mostly. All of them were studying in Almaty, either or Shymkent, let's say. So we can see they were tying their future with Kazakhstan already. They didn't plan to stay there. So either Kazakhstan comes to us or we go to Kazakhstan. Something like that. So, for example, my sister also studied already back then in Kazakhstan. Oh yeah, we had this kind of system or tradition. For example, after 7th grade, children of our family, I'm not talking about the whole village, but our family, they would send their kids to the neighboring city, town of Kazakhstan to study. Because if you don't go there and study in Kazakhstan's way, you can't get the, let's say, you can't enter Kazakhstani university. That was the preparation for that. From 7th grade you study there and then you enter Kazakhstani university. That's why I would have sent there anyway, even if the school wasn't closed.
I see, yeah.
To get prepared for university stuff.
For better education, yeah.
Yes, nobody would study in Uzbekistan.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're not planning to study and work in Uzbekistan. No.
Yeah, somehow you predicted my next question about how did the villagers and you personally feel about living this place before appearance of the military outposts. But you already said that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. That I think that made the military interference. It just made things to go faster. It would happen.
It would happen finally, yeah.
Yeah, but it happened faster.
Yeah, I see. How soldiers from these military outposts cooperated with the villagers? Did they cooperated?
You mean incorporated?
Yeah.
To do what? Why should they
I
cooperate?
don't know, maybe some kind.
Did they interact?
Yeah, any kind of interaction.
Wow. Actually, I didn't interact with them. Actually, they were afraid to contact them.
Villagers.
Yes, that was scary because I don't know. That was closed territory. You never see people because it's like closed. You don't see what's happening in there, and I know that there were some clashes between ours and them. There was in the process of demarcation, I guess, where when the, let's say, the signs that separate two states were just being set. So it's tricky. So maybe your garden may be left in the other side, or maybe you have your, let's say, farm animals out there, but you are in there. So what do? You can't be as mobile as you were before. So mostly about interaction. People avoided interaction. That was, I don't know.
Maybe they had to go to Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan. What did they do to get some paper to prove that they're eligible to go?
I mean, visa, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Some documents.
Yeah. I would, for example, when I visited my house, I never did that alone. Actually, I never ever. Like someone would meet me on the border, my father actually. So we would sign some papers. I would travel always with my documents. I don't know what was it called. And sign some things. And those armed soldiers would let us go to the other side. Then you walk to the other side. Like you literally walk. If you have like, I don't know, luggage. It's like crossing the border in any other place. For example, have you ever crossed border like
by my foot?
Yes.
I'm not sure. No. Maybe, but
not by train and not by plane.
No.
It's hard. You have to walk the way. Like, there's a territory that's no one's territory actually between the borders. So you walk that way, and then you go through the same stuff. You sign some papers and something like that, and then armed soldiers will let you go. Then you get home. That's it.
Yeah, I thought maybe the whole procedure is a bit easier because
for us.
Yeah, because you are the inhabitants of this village, residents, and people know you.
Oh no, those soldiers no one. They don't know anyone. So they were total new Uzbek guys. No one knows them actually. We don't know where did they come from.
So everything was so official. Yeah?
Of course, that was crazy. Can you imagine? There was nothing before. You would just like come in and come out. You're not coming in. It's just one space. You just go on that road. That's it. And then borders.
Okay. It was a really, really good dialogue, and I would like to talk with you more, but I'm out of questions. So I guess it's time to finish. Okay, thank you, Bazar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.